pals? Welcome back to the ANZ StarCraft 2 Pro League, brought to you by Gamester. We are in our fourth map now on Blackpink for another TVZ to see if Runamok is going to be able to keep Legacy in the game and take it to an ace match, or if Wally is going to close it out for his team, 1F Pro, who is still sitting on match point.
It's going to be tough. It's a big ask for Runamok, but I know that he can beat Wally. But can he beat Wally when the pressure is on in a setting like this? That's so tough. But he needs to do it to keep his team alive and to keep his team in a good position with the tournament. Because it's a quick tournament. It's only 4.5 weeks long. And you lose now. And you're at the bottom of the leaderboard. And it's almost impossible to climb back up. So we'll see what happens. The countdown is underway. We're loading into game number 4. Let us know in chat what your predictions are, who you want to see win this game, and let's get it started.
Let's do it. We'll be in just a second. I got a lot of faith for my Terran buddies, I gotta say, and still my favorite to watch. Man, Wally is always looking good when he is playing the game regularly. So let's find out what's gonna happen up here in the top right of Blackpink. In the purple trunks, representing Legacy Esports, it's Runamok.
The best color of Terran, by the way.
Confirmed.
Looks amazing. And down here in the bottom left in the green, playing for Team 1F Pro Gaming. If he wins this one, his team wins the match for the night and puts a win on the board. It's Wally. Now, you might have a better idea than me, Zaf. Do you know if Runamok's been playing bio or mech in this matchup?
I think he's still stuck to bio. You know what? I should know because I watch his stream a lot, but I couldn't actually tell you if he swapped to mech or not. I know he's been playing a fair few customs with people, practicing. And I kind of wonder if he has bent to the will of mech. Maybe experimenting with some timings and stuff, because I know the later game becomes quite difficult in TVZ, at least from his perspective. So I don't know, maybe there's some cool mech timings, but last I checked, I think he was still trying to make things work with bio.
All right, well, we'll see if that holds true. I know historically Runamok's been a very good player on 3 bases with great macro. And especially if he can get the game into a position where he's doing like a push across the map and he's got all his production lined up, he's got his cards all set up, and just floods across the map, that's where he shines. But in the games where things get scrappy in a TVZ, he does struggle a little bit. And on the contrary, Wally is the kind of player that when it gets really aggressive and gets really scrappy, that's almost where he's the strongest. But he also has excellent late game. Once it gets to hive tech, this guy is a god.
Yeah, he is quite well-rounded as a player, and sometimes you forget because he can end his opponents so quickly, and you sort of think, oh, maybe late game's his weakness. LOL, no, guess again. He's actually really good around, so we'll see how long this game goes, if there is something that may cut it short. I mean, I don't know if Wally's been doing any sort of sneaky strats to try and end things before they get too out of hand from the Terran side. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake from Wally. He had the drone there. He could have just made an extractor. Maybe he was running low on minerals or something. But nice little pick up there from Runamok. Definitely not game-changing, but it just gives you that extra little bit of a lead. And I love this from Runamok. Just the single solitary Marine chasing that Overlord down. I think he's going to get a kill there, and that's some good damage.
Oh, can he? There's Ling's running up to try and help out their Overlord buddy, but you know what? I think
They're
you're
too
right.
slow.
Gonna get it.
Oh, it's going down. One more shot, and he's dead.
Oh, valiant effort from Wally trying to save that there, but it does go down. So Runamok's going to be pleased by that, and Wally maybe tasting a little bit of salt at the moment. I know I would be if I just lost my Overlord. It's always such a pain in the backside when you lose it early on in the game.
It sure is. A couple of lanes coming up. Getting a good scout, sees the Hellions, and gets up and actually sees the starport researching as well. Now, one thing to note is as a Zerg player, you see that starport researching. Sometimes it's actually not great because you'll go back and you'll build some spore crawlers, and then Terran just cancels cloak, which is exactly what Runamok's done here. So it's a case where getting that information can actually play into the Terran's hands and actually give them a better advantage.
Exactly, and this is one of those moments where it's nice if you're a Zerg that goes for that Overlord speed, because you can just duck in again and just double check whether or not he is committing to a cloak or something on that starport. But it's not the case for Wally. Oh, actually he did get the Overlord speed, and at the moment these Overlords are getting poked down by that Viking, so I love the addition of that in the build. He's going to be able to slip into the main base and just have a bit of a double check on what Runamok's doing.
Yep, goes for the lair, does chuck down a spore crawler or two. And he's got the Roach Warren as well, so some Roaches will be able to be produced now. That will allow him to deflect the Hellions. And Runamok's doing a good job of keeping that creep spread back a little bit, just delaying it, buying himself some time. And it's going to be Mexef. I was kind of concerned because I saw the barracks at the tech lab and I thought, oh, he might just start stem and go for bio, but double armory, it's mech.
All right, so he is actually meching it happen these days. Awesome. We'll see how this goes. Grabbing himself a second Liberator behind this and rolling in with some Hellion pals. So can he fry up some drones? There's already a Spore Crawler in the main in a decent position to help out. And in the natural in third. Now, they're not quite on the edge of that mineral line. So he may be able to find a sweet spot. But he's going to start distracting a little bit with this large number of Hellions at the front too.
Yeah, that is a large amount of Hellions. There's not really many Roaches on the field right now, Zeph. And Runamok gets in. Doesn't find a great angle to be able to take out those drones, but gets up onto the ramp. A few Queens coming up, and now the main mineral line is completely defenseless. Some Zerglings popping out, though, just in the nick of time. Loses about 4 or 5 drones, and the Hellions will now be surrounded, but big losses going down for Wally. And Runamok, he still has that supply advantage. He's got the mech coming up behind it. He's got the map control, or at least he did. And that's bought him enough time to get that third command center up. And now he can transition pretty cleanly.
Yeah, it's a little unexpected having him slip in there. And the nice thing about moving to the main is that there was that little gap where the creep wasn't quite extending between the natural and the main. So the Queens were a little slow at coming to the party. Had to rely on those lings. So Runamok's gotten himself 6 worker kills so far in this game, sitting at 54 SCVs over, oh, excuse me, a few drones just popped out. So it's actually even workers just now, but he was a little bit ahead until that point in the worker count. Now going to grab himself that third CC.
Yeah, Runamok's doing a great job with this harassment too. He's up in workers, getting that third base established on the right-hand side.
Oh,
Liberator
man.
Going to town, getting even more kills. Got to be so careful with that Queen. He has to reposition the Spore Crawlers. But Runamok, he's playing this really, really well. This is the best I've ever seen him play mech, I think. And especially against someone like Wally, he's doing such a good job.
Yeah, I mean, this has gone quite well with the harassment. 10 workers killed. Wally now almost to his 1-1 upgrades and getting some Hydras in the mix. Those will definitely help out against Liberators, which is still being popped out here and there. Runamok's still trying to get some hits off at the third base. The Queens do deflect it though. Another one going to try and scoot round into the main. There is a Spore in quite a nice position there, so it's not the ideal position, buddy.
He almost got a shot on that Queen, but loses the Liberator. All right, so that's now a nice trade for Wally. Wally's definitely not down and out, but he needs to find some way to do damage, get that 4th base up, start looking for maybe a hive. He just has to delay, because now the mid game is really Runamok, but the end game could be Wally's if he navigates the next couple of minutes very well.
Definitely. Squeezes a few lings here past this wall, which is just about completing. Sees that there's blue flame on the field. He's had a good look at the main as well. So while he definitely knows what he's up against, he's been very good with the scouting. By the way, the creep spread is looking supreme right now. So that's definitely going to help out once Runamok starts to look to be a bit more aggressive. And it looks like he's already got a mind to do that with a bunch of Hellions here at the front. And 2 Thors with a Medivacs to help cart them around.
Yeah, I love seeing these beefy Thors loaded up into the Medivacs. Very good at drop harass, very good Also, one thing to note is that Runamok's now on 5 factories, getting the smart servos upgrade. So that means that Thors, Vikings, Hellions, they transform way quicker when you've got that upgrade. So you can have the mobility, you can be moving around the map with them. And when you start engaging, you can just immediately transform them and you're ready for combat. And that's a brand new upgrade that's only come out in the new patch in the past couple of weeks. Haven't seen too many games played on this new patch, and I love seeing the way that players are reacting to it. And here we go, Zeph, bit of a trade happening here.
Yep, these Hydras and a few Banelings coming forward, they're not going to be able to trade too efficiently with tanks and units ready to roast them like no other. Double Thor drop in the main though. Ooh, not sure how much he's going to be able to get done here with the Lynx coming in, but he can continue to be a huge pest with these so long as those medevacs stay alive. Oh my god, watch out!
Oh, he's not paying attention, Zeph. He's macroing back at home and he loses one of the Thors. Almost loses the second one.
Oh,
good pick up there from Wally, but look at what's happening over here. Up at the top left, the Hellions got in, roasted some drones, and they're just going to swing away. I love that Runamok is being very careful with his units too. So it's like, yeah, cool. I've got some damage done, but you know what I'm going to do? I am going to pull out for the time being and just keep maxing out. He wants to get like 2-2, max supply, and push. That's his win condition.
When in doubt, pull out. He's sitting at 75 workers right now, so his econ is looking pretty darn good at this point in time. He's got a lot of minerals to play with as well, so these Hellions are like nothing, right? To just keep throwing out onto the map and trying to do this harassment tactic. So far, he's cleaned up 16 drones. Now, that's not really hurt Wally at all, I suppose, because you know, he's still sitting at what, 70 drones himself. So it's not too bad, but it's kind of like as the game goes later, you don't really want to be continuing to drone up, right? You want to be focusing on some juicy hive tech units and upgrades. So if you can make those add up, that's definitely a nice position to be going into the late game with.
Yeah, just a bit of downtime here while Runamok deals with some absolutely archetypal Australian issues with the internet and the lag, saying that he's got 700 milliseconds of ping, which is just bad. So hopefully he can fix that. Maybe someone's downloading something, or
someone decided to load up some HD Netflix or get some torrents.
Only legal files though.
Yeah, of course. Those legal torrents that you pay for. Yep.
Good Christian torrents.
Oh, that's the one.
And also another good thing is that nowadays in StarCraft 2, worst case scenario, we can always resume from replay if we need to. Obviously, we don't want to have to get to that point. Hopefully, we can fix the issues that are happening. But if it gets there, we can resume from replay. And ping is going down, so we might be getting things back up underway pretty soon.
Yeah. This is just one of those pro suspense building tactics that only the highest level players pull out. And puts Wally on edge.
To be fair, you need to have a pretty high IQ, Zeph, to have 700 milliseconds of ping to Australia.
Yeah, apparently you have to have a pretty high IQ to understand the Terran mind as well.
That too.
Alrighty, well, we'll see. All right, we're gonna give him a second to try and fix up this lag. So guys, why don't we take a quick minute or two break? We'll resume from replay and we'll try and get this started back up once this lag is sorted. So sit tight and we will come back after a couple of minutes.